Hello everyone. Hey, I just wanted to let you guys know that last weekend I had the pleasure of visiting the Southern California Retro Gaming Expo, which was going on the August 20th and the 21st, which is a Saturday and a Sunday. And it was here in Southern California at the City of Industry. It was going on for those 2 days from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. They charged $10 for a single day admission and $15 for a 2-day admission. So while I was there, I did get to meet a couple of celebrities, quote unquote, and some of them I had never even heard of or really knew about. And one of them was the Black Nerd, and he was very cool, very congenial, and funny, and you know, he said he caught a Pokemon while in the exhibition in that expo area, and asked if I had caught one or if I had been playing. And I was like, nope, I never played Pokemon Go, but maybe I should. And a few of these people I didn't get to meet. I did get to see and meet John Lester right here, who is one of the founders or the creators of CollectorVision, and he introduced to me a Android version of a video game that they had worked on, and he had me download it right there, and it's called Sidney Hunter and the Shrines of Peril. And to me it looks like a Intellivision emulated on the Android. It's a cool little game, and I told him I would check it out, and I downloaded it right on the spot and been playing around with it for a little while. It was really cool. I also had the opportunity to meet the Game Chasers, which I never knew of them. They had a line. The longest line in that place was to go see these guys, and I picked up, when I was there, I picked up a copy of their first DVD. I told them, I said, I've never heard of you guys, but yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing what you guys do. And I picked up their first DVD, and they signed it for me, and they were really cool. That was fun. And then I saw Frank. He had his little booth. He was selling T-shirts and swag and caricatures of himself. I'm not really familiar with him, but that was interesting. I didn't get a chance to actually talk to him. He was really preoccupied. And let's dive into the photographs that I took. Some of the pictures that I took. So this was just walking right in the door right here. This was what was going on. They had a bunch of free play video game arcade machines, which I never got a chance to play any of them. And there's a ton of booths where they're selling lots of different video games, almost any kind of video game imaginable. This booth right here, they were selling, right in the center in this case, they were selling a super expensive, rare Super Nintendo video game, which I had never heard of. And he opened the case for me so I could take a little bit better of a picture. And what it is, I guess you're on a exercise bike, and that thing he was selling that for $2,300, which I couldn't believe. And he said the exercise bike they sell for around $1,000, and I'm not even sure if this game here is complete in box, so that's crazy to me. And there was Frank. He was selling all kinds of stuff, you know, that he had some video game systems up in the back, along with other swag and caricatures of himself and T-shirts. And then I finally got to meet the Game Chasers. And they sold me, as I said, they sold me one of their DVDs and signed it for me, and that was really cool. And this was John Lester's booth with CollectorVision Games, and got to meet him, and he introduced me to an Android game that they're selling, or actually it's a free to download. And then this guy at this booth, I asked him, hey, what is this? You know, and they're like, that's a new one, and I'm like, what's a new one? And he was like, well, hey, there's this controller here, and he goes into this big long kind of history. I think he was talking to me for like 20 minutes, just telling me all about Jeff Minter and all the different versions of Tempest that he has written through the years. And what this new one thing is, it's a controller that was for this. They used to have, I guess in the earlier days, the DVDs had video games built into them. And this thing was this is the only, it was a one-of-a-kind controller. And I'm not doing the story any justice here. There's more information here, and they said they built, basically this is the only one in existence. They built this thing up, and it has a spinner on it. And basically his booth was all about Jeff Minter and the Tempest, and it was one of the more interesting booths that I thought, because most of the other ones were just selling things, and he wasn't really selling anything. He was, all of these computers here, all this equipment was to run different versions of Tempest, and the Commodore right here, the Atari, all the different versions. He showed me even a DS that has a spinner, the original DS. I guess there's a controller that has a spinner on it, which was kind of cool. I had never seen it. And then there's a shot of the whole place again, and this guy, he was selling mystery boxes with different various Nintendo related things in them, and I think they ranged in price from $15 to $40 to buy a mystery box. And some of these were neat. If you're really into Nintendo, these were really neat box covers, blown up. And this lady, she was selling video game themed handbags, purses, blankets, I don't know, like little dresses, just a little bit of everything, and those were really neat. She was doing well. And this was the Video Game Chasers line. This was to get in line to talk to the Game Chasers. So yeah, I had a good time there. It was cool. A lot of things, a lot of different things were going on, and if that's Frank right there. If I had anything to complain about anything, it was a little warm, very hot day. This was the Jeopardy video game version of Jeopardy they had going on in one of the panels, and I sat in. I was in there just for a couple minutes and watched a few questions, and I was blown away by the knowledge of the panelists. They seem to know a lot about video games. I mean, a lot about very specific certain questions, like wow. And if they didn't know the answer, they would go to the crowd, and someone from the crowd would chime in. And then there outside the expo was this little setup where this guy was selling different like comic book related or different swag and pictures. They were really super crisp and neat, and they were around $7 or $8, but he seemed to be to wheel and deal if you if you were up for that challenge. And this is some of the swag that I got. My signed DVD. And John Lester signed this card for me. So overall, it was a great experience, and next time I'm going to try to attend on a Saturday, so I don't miss the meat of what's going on at the Expo.
Consoles and accessories for $400. This add-on for the Nintendo 64 was only released in Japan. It used proprietary magnetic discs. Victor.
Is it the Nintendo 64 DD?
That is correct.